Welcome to day 28 of our 30-day yoga challenge with me, Becca. So if you're in the mood to do some living room yoga, let's get our mats out, come to a seated position, and let's spend a little time coming into our body, bringing awareness into how our body feels. Breathe deeply in and then deeply out. Settling in and grounding ourselves into the mat. Relax the face, relax the shoulders. Focus on the breath going in and out of your nose. Sit up straight, focusing on opening your heart. Set an intention for today's practice. Sit in a cross-legged position, but place one foot in front of the other, and let's just do a few side-to-side rocking motions while keeping our sits bones grounded into the mat. Then when ready, slowly do some Sufi grinds, making full circles with your torso while keeping your sits bones on the mat, exploring the space, breathing deeply in and deeply out, slowly waking up the body, taking as much time as you need. Take your left hand and bring it over top your head to grab the right side of your face at your ear and pull your left ear to be closer to your left shoulder. Extend the right arm out, flexing the palm to feel a deep stretch all along the right side of your neck and shoulder all the way down to your fingertips. Breathe into this stretch and slowly breathe out. Now place your right hand over on your left ear and gently pull your head over, letting your right ear become closer to your right shoulder. Extend the left arm out, flexing the left palm, feeling a deep stretching sensation along the left side of your neck, shoulder, and all the way down your arm, running all the way to your left fingertips. Breathing deeply in and out. Lay your palms down and then raise your arms into a big circle, awakening your shoulders and your shoulder blades. Rotate your head into some head rolls, first one way, then the other. Arms high in the sky, and then release down. Sit on your mat with your feet flat and your knees bent. Put your hands behind your knees. And breathe in and bend your elbows and shrug your shoulders back. Exhale, straighten your arms and lean back, curving the spine. Breathe in and roll your shoulders back and around, bending the elbows, bringing yourself close to your knees. Let's wake up your legs, pull them up into boat position, grounding down in your sits bones using your abdominals. Slowly extend the legs straight out if it's in your practice to do so, and then set the feet down. Get into reverse tabletop, pushing your hips towards the ceiling, letting your head fall back, stretching out the shoulders, and then slowly lower down in a seated position between your hands, legs outstretched in front of you. Your feet are flexed, arms high in the sky. And try to imagine just simply hinging from the hips. Reach forward and try to grab your calves, your ankles, or your heels. Try to focus on keeping the spine straight while hinging on the hips. Breathing deeply in and out. And as you feel a release, slowly try to go lower and lower. Feeling a deep stretch in your hamstrings and along the backs of your calf muscles, waking up the backs of your legs. Slowly walk your hands up your legs, point your toes, arms high in the sky and then down. Place your hands behind you and lift your hips up into a reverse plank position and then lower the hips down. Bend your knees, come back into boat pose. From your knees to your legs, let them be parallel with the ground, and then extend the legs out fully in boat pose, awakening your abdominals. Slowly, vertebra by vertebra, lower your body down onto the mat, making sure your small of the back is flush with the mat. Grab your knees and just do a few knee circles. Hug the knees in towards the chest and then rotate them out, giving the small of your back a massage. Straighten your legs to the ceiling and then pull the knees down towards your armpits, grabbing your feet in happy baby, rocking slightly to the left and right, giving the small of your back a nice massage. Introduce any kind of movement here that might make your back and your legs feel good. There's no right or wrong. Bring your legs together, point the toes, and then slowly lower the feet to the mat. Put your arms in a T position. Let your knees gently fall to the right side of your body. Breathing deeply in and out in this nice spinal twist. Let your head roll over to the left side of your body. Now back to center. Let your knees gently fall over towards the left side, letting your head roll towards the right. Keeping your shoulders both on the ground. Breathe deeply in and out, relaxing in the stretch. Pick your legs up into the sky again. Grab your calf muscles or ankles, bringing them a little closer towards your face, and then bend the knees, hugging the knees into the chest, and then release your legs down to the mat. Place your hands under your sits bones. Readjust however necessary, and then bend the elbows and place your head back. This is fish pose. The top of your head should be on the mat. You're looking behind you. Now release. Bring your knees back into your chest, cross your ankles, and roll up into a seated position. Transition forward into tabletop position. Slowly do a circle with your body, first one way, then the other, waking up the wrists. Breathing deeply in and deeply out, taking your time with every movement. Feeling awareness in the moment, listening to your body. Tuck your toes and slowly lift your knees about an inch or two off the mat and hover. Then slowly transition your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Get up on your toes and transition back down, but let your knees stay above the mat. Then transition back into downward facing dog. Breathe in and transition back down. Almost to tabletop, but let your knees stay above the mat. Don't let them touch, and then transition back into tabletop. Keeping your core tight and powerful. Stay in downward facing dog. Try to elongate the spine, pushing your chest closer to your thighs, then transition back down to tabletop, letting your knees rest on the mat. Extend the right leg out completely to the side, and sit back on your heels, stretching out your inner upper thigh, and then transition back to tabletop. Rock back, sitting back on your left heel, right leg extended, transition back to tabletop. Breathe in and breathe out slowly as you create space in your inner thigh. Reach your left arm high in the sky, breathing deeply in and out, and then pull your left hand through the center of your body, threading the needle, and lay your left ear down on the mat, and extend your right hand to the front of the mat. Sit back on your left heel, your right leg is extended, feeling a deep stretch in your inner upper thigh as well as your shoulder. Release. Come back to tabletop position. Tuck your chin and slowly curl your body up and back into downward facing dog. Then come back to tabletop position. This time, extend your left leg out to the side. Rock back on your right heel, then back to tabletop, and then back on your heel. If you don't feel enough of a stretch in your inner upper left thigh, you can extend your leg a little deeper out to the side. Breathing in and out, going back and forth, introducing space and movement into that inner upper left thigh. Come back to tabletop position. Breathe deeply in and extend the right hand high in the sky. And then when ready, take that right hand and put it through your center body towards the left side, laying your cheek and your shoulder on the mat. Threading the needle, sit back on your right heel and extend your left hand out in front of you. I'm completely out of the frame, so I apologize. You can't really see my leg and what I'm doing. Breathe deeply in and out. Return back into tabletop position. Tuck the chin and lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Pushing the chest closer to the tops of your thighs. Raise the right leg up, stack the hips, bend the knee, and then pull that knee in and through the center body to lay the knee down at your right wrist. Square the hips, hands on the mat, chest and heart center up into pigeon pose. Slowly lower your chest over your leg, elbows under shoulders, and stay here and just breathe. Slowly raise yourself up. Pick your right knee up and pull it back into three-legged dog. Slowly lower the leg down. Lift the left leg up into three-legged dog. Stack the hips. Bend the knee, point the toe, and then pull the knee in and through your center body, laying your knee at your left wrist. Your heel comes out to the side. Square your hips into pigeon pose. Slowly lower your elbows down on the mat, elbows under shoulders. Breathing deeply in and out. Breathing into the pose, into the left hip. Slowly rise up, picking up the left knee, transitioning it up and back into your three-legged dog. Lower the foot down into downward facing dog. Get up on the toes, bend the knees, and widen the knees and sit back into child's pose. Resting your head on the mat. Slowly massage your forehead by turning your head left and right, letting the earth massage your temples and your head, clearing any negativity. Walk your hands back up to where you're in a seated position in hero's pose. Arms sweep up. Bring the hands down to heart center. Breathe deeply in and deeply out. Release the hands down and let the left arm go up and over your head and let your hips fall to the left. Getting a side body stretch, then back to neutral and center, arms up. Let the left arm fall to the side. Let your hips fall to the right. Right arm stretching up and overhead, getting a great side body stretch. Now bring your body back to neutral. Stand yourself up. Walk to the front of your mat. Swoop the arms high in the air. Swan dive down into forward fold. Breathe in, look up halfway, flat back. Bend back down into forward fold. Step the right leg back. Look up, raising the chest. Then push the hips back, extending the left leg out and do a half split stretch. Pick the right knee off the mat. Let your left foot meet the right into high plank. Lower down chaturanga. Pull up into upward facing dog. Tuck the chin and curl the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Walk the feet up to the front of the mat to meet your hands. Bend your knees. And slowly raise up into mountain pose. Arms high in the sky. Raise the palms down in prayer position at heart center. Breathe in. Raise the arms high in the sky. Swan dive down into forward fold. Raise up halfway with a flat back. And then down into forward fold again. Step the left foot back, resting the knee on the mat into low lunge, shoving the hips forward, and then now transitioning, pulling the hips backwards, extending the right leg and leaning over the right leg into a half split. Now return, lift the knee off the mat, step back into high plank. Bend forward slightly, lower down into chaturanga. Lift up into upward facing dog. Then tuck the chin and lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Bend the knees and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, pull up into mountain, hands high in the air, then pull them down at heart center. Release the hands. Swoop the arms up high in the sky. Push the hips forward, lean back slightly, and then pull forward into a forward fold. Look up halfway, then melt back down, bend the knees, but this time sit down on your mat. Sit in a comfortable position and let's get into meditation. A quick meditation to regulate your breath. Bring awareness into your body. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for practicing yoga with me and my dog Mabel. We both love you and hope you have the best day you've had all week. Bye.